Right, looking deeper into this critical investigative report, I see that former Utilities Compliance Manager Dr. Anthony Williams was asked directly, why did he alter water test results? Williams said he knew it was wrong, but that's what he said he was told to do by his bosses. Apparently, anything to keep those city's aging wells open and supplying water, even if that water was potentially laced with fecal contamination.
Who was responsible, and that's what we look into.
As the scandal into the cover-up of Riviera Beach's drinking water contamination escalated over the past year and a half, it caught the attention of Palm Beach County Inspector General John Carey.
We see a lot of fraud, waste, abuse, and mismanagement in different areas across the county, but we've not seen anything like this that involves public health and safety.
Carey issuing this scalding investigative report Monday, concluding former Utility Division Executive Director Michael Lowe and his 3 top managers intentionally misled the city, the public, and even the Florida Department of Health by falsifying and/or ignoring 130 instances of contamination in city wells. The worst part?
The most shocking was the altered document.
Carey means documents like these, test results taken from well number 862 on May 9th, 2023, showing the presence of total coliform bacteria and the absence of E. coli. That's what was sent from the testing lab to former compliance manager Dr. Anthony Williams. But look at the form Carey says Williams then sent to the Department of Health. The positive results had been completely removed and not reported.
There was only one individual that was involved in the actual altering of forms, and that was Dr. Williams.
Those altered reports and Williams' email falsely saying the wells had passed 2 tests in a row is what prompted the Department of Health to give the okay to place the possibly contaminated well back in service. Carey says Lowe, Assistant Executive Director Stephen Doyle, and Water Plant Superintendent Melvin Pinckney also were at fault for not reporting positive contamination findings multiple times.
It's shocking that, these are individuals who are responsible for the health of the citizens of Riviera Beach who would not submit documents or even alter documents to make sure that the wells were open and jeopardize the potential health of the citizens of Riviera Beach.
Inspector General John Carey says that the situation was so alarming that he did forward his investigation to the state attorney's office for possible criminal charges. I researched Florida law today and looked up and found that there's a host of charges that could apply in this case. For example, criminal negligence or recklessness, falsifying public records, endangerment of public health or safety, or unlawful acts related to water quality. I did reach out to Mr. Williams today. He now works for the City of Delray Beach's water department. I left a message at his office and have not yet received a return call for comment. Live in Riviera Beach, I'm Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.